So the first of many of these things that we're going to see. It is, of course, there are WNBA players reacting positively and posting positively to the Washington Mystics owner, basically saying Caitlin Clark did not deserve her award and implying the only reason for her success is because of her race, and the only reason that she's being she got even those rewards were for the same reason, which is obviously pathetic. But Tash Cloud, someone who's been vocally championing Caitlin Clark as a player, who was part of the recruitment brigade to bring her back to, or to try bring her to Seattle, was happy about what Caitlin Clark said in the Time article. So she had no issue with Caitlin Clark in the Time article. She's there liking some Sports Illustrated posts about the whole situation. Before we get on to that, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. Lads, I didn't think we were going to hit 4,050. If we get to 4,100, that would be absolutely insane, lads. Thank you guys so much for all the support recently. It's incredible. But if you guys didn't see, Mystics owner wanted the entire WNBA on Caitlin Clark's Time cover. And if that is, by the way, if that was as far as it went, and obviously these people who are liking these posts, every single player in the WNBA has seen what was said, the entire thing. You have seen the likes of Esquire and stuff posting positively about what was said. And obviously Natasha Cloud liking the post. My favorite part about the whole thing was that she was there talking about how, all of this stuff being oh, it's unfair, and how Caitlin Clark's not everything for the league. And Caitlin Clark's little brother retweeted, a record 20,711 fans were in attendance for the Fever Mystics game tonight, the largest crowd in WNBA history. And then the original video got community noted with Caitlin Clark's Fever were responsible for 31% of was 31% of the revenue for home games for the Mystics, despite playing them 2 out of 20 away games or something, out of 2 out of 20 home games, which is hilarious as well. But this is the reality of the situation, where it's I think what she said is so harmful. It is so harmful. And it's parroting what A'ja Wilson has said in the past. And I actually have a video, it'll be out later than this, but about all that, where it's it is attributing Caitlin Clark's success to, it's her hard work doesn't matter. Her hard work doesn't matter. Everything she's done to build a fan base, everything she did at Iowa, her choice to go to her local school, drag that school, the story people clung on to, all of that stuff does not matter. And I think that it's such a dangerous narrative, and it's being spread by the A'ja Wilsons of the world. And then you've got Tash Cloud, who again is someone in the league who has a voice. This is somebody who has basically disowned a teammate because of a different political view, and they're pushing this narrative. And I'm seeing all the joke posts on Twitter, and it's I posted one. I was I think the whole WNBA should be on the Reese's Pieces, and then the what was it? I can't even remember. I'll say the 2K cover. That was it. A'ja Wilson on the 2K cover, and being posting, re-quoting what she said, and said, "Oh, it was a chance to improve or to really highlight the WNBA, but you only gave A'ja Wilson the cover." And I don't even know. And the best part is that people were "Oh, the Time Athlete of the Year should have went to A'ja Wilson." I don't think A'ja Wilson would have literally been in the top 50 athletes, and I'm not joking. Why? Because she scored more points than anyone else has in a WNBA season, while at the same time her team had a worse record by 10 games than last year. They went from the 1st seed to the 4th seed, and then got absolutely smoked in the second round of the playoffs, while adding Tiffany Hayes to the roster. I don't know. I literally, by that logic, I don't know. The Athlete of the Year should have been well, to be fair, Caitlin Clark just broke the college scoring record, which I don't know, which is probably as impressive. She broke Pete Maravich's scoring record, which is even more impressive. Should Luka Doncic have won it? Simply put, because he lost in the finals, so he did one better, but he averaged a near 35-point triple-double in the NBA. Should he have won it? Should Jokic just win it every year because, he's doing stuff that's never been seen before? No, Caitlin Clark grew a league to a stage where it's never been seen before. Like, we've seen it in everything. It's like the only time Angel Reese can break 1 million viewers in a game is when she's playing Caitlin Clark. And yes, Angel Reese, the second biggest draw in the league. No one's questioning that. But like, the first thing is like, but what about Angel? We had this rookie class, but it's not just Caitlin, it's Angel too. And I'm like, man, you have a rookie. If you're going to credit all the rookie class, you are literally coaching the Washington Mystics. You have a rookie that you are that you wouldn't even mention. Why not mention Leah Edwards? She's your rookie. Why not mention that? And then, obviously, you've then got the Washington Mystics, who are a team that Elena Deladon did not want to play for the Washington Mystics last year. So they courted her and said, you're either re-signing here, you are being traded to somewhere where we can find a package for you, or you're not playing next year. You're not signing for somewhere else in free agency. So, one of the greatest players of all time did not play last year because Washington Mystics would rather her not play for anyone than play for somebody else. Either way, though, like, I do think it's kind of disappointing because obviously Tash Cloud is just like this quote here. And look, this quote here, as much as it's not a great quote, like, she wanted the entire WNBA and Caitlin Clark's cover. Like, that's just a dumb quote. Like, that's like, you can whataboutism some of the literal dumbest ideas ever. As I said, you might, at this stage, if the entire WNBA, you might as well just put a big basketball on the cover. And obviously, just so that there's no uproar featuring Aja Wilson. Because you have to put Aja Wilson there, obviously. Otherwise, you are every slur or every not slur, like every name under the sun they will call you, as long as if you don't put Aja Wilson in there. There's like a fear of Aja Wilson amongst everything in the WNBA. But like, if it was just that, it'd be one thing, but everybody knows what was said in this whole thing. This was like the least, as much as it's the most memed thing, it was the least egregious of anything she said. She as good as said Caitlin Clark doesn't deserve the hype. Do you know what Caitlin Clark has done against your team that you own? She put up 30 points and 7 threes. I'm pretty sure, yeah, she had 30 and 7 threes. And then she had 20 something in the second game you guys played. And then she had 20. Oh, I think she had 20 something in the third game they played, maybe. But then she also had 24 and 14 assists, or 13 assists, or 29 and 13 assists. And nearly, literally, single-handedly. If you guys didn't watch the second game, or the game they played right before the Olympic break, nobody on the Fever was playing well. And Caitlin Clark, they're down like 18 points in the fourth quarter. And Caitlin Clark nearly drags them back to the game. Like, they had a shot to tie it. She didn't take it. And then there was kind of like a jump ball situation where she kind of messed up there at the end. But like, Caitlin Clark by herself nearly brought that team back into the game. And that was her team. That was her team. She got to witness firsthand. And the difference is, like, when Caitlin Clark scores 30, it's on a bunch of threes, it's on sprinting down the floor, the crowd goes crazy at every single basket. But no, like, some offensive rebounds and 40% shooting on open layups is a bigger deal. And again, the worst part is that, like, I'm not trying to diminish anyone, but like, there's a reason why Caitlin Clark is as big as she is. And to put that simply down to non-basketball factors is not only doing a disservice to Caitlin Clark, you're doing a disservice to the league. And then when you have WNBA players backing you up on it, when you have the likes of Natalie Esquire, the old WNBA media retweeting and saying that this is a great post, or this is a great thing to say, and I'm like, these people don't care about basketball. They've never cared about basketball. Because Caitlin Clark's fame and her, like, how people think of it and her boom, the Caitlin Clark mania was organically grown and not pushed by the people that were supposed to be pushing it. And ironically, the more the old WNBA media go against Caitlin Clark, and even with this, they are never going to not be negative towards Caitlin Clark. And ironically, the more they try to push other people down your throats, the more the bigger Caitlin Clark gets. We're seeing it in college basketball. The more they're trying to push Hannah Hidalgo and Juju Watkins Paige Bueckers and Juju Watkins down everyone's throat, the more popular Hannah Hidalgo is getting, because she's just a more exciting player to watch. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.